Oh, thank you for the host, Wes. I didn't realize you were streaming at the moment. Were you streaming? Oh, thanks for that. Cheers. It's been a while since I've actually streamed in earnest. I spilled water all over myself. Oh no. I thought I didn't get as much water as I wanted, and well, that seems still to be true. But I spilled what was left of it on myself. Well, anyway, I really haven't been streaming much, mainly because like a lot of stuff that I've been doing IRL, I've been learning to drive and doing work. Other than that, I find it hard to find time to write tutorials or actually stream. I'm very bad at doing stuff like that, but this is something I've been wanting to do for a while now, where I wanted to play around with these physics simulators in Blender and just sort of play around with stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes, because there was a thing that I wanted to try, and I know it's possible. I wanted to make like ragdoll physics simulator. I thought that was fun. I always enjoyed playing with those. When I was younger, I used to pirate, I believe, the endorphin engine, and there was a lot of just fun stuff you can do with that. It would simulate physics and character actions, stuff like that. So I always thought that was fun. So without further ado, let me transfer over to this. There we go. Alright, so the first order of business is what I watched a tutorial probably at least 3 days ago now, so my memory is a bit foggy, but hey, that means I can make up shit along the way. I'll take out this piece of gum. There we go. Having gum in my mouth is not very conducive to a very good stream, in my opinion. Alright, so here's the first matter of business. So the first thing that I need to do, if we do make a ragdoll, we actually need to have a place that the ragdoll can exist on or fall on, like a floor, something along those lines. So we're just going to make a thing like this. I should probably... Where are those at? That's on skin tools. Conex, no, that ain't it. Active tool, view, animate, create. Why not have... Hold on. No. Where the fuck are my... Where the fuck is the, what's it now? Key... Is it key? I can't even remember what they're called now. 1 second, I need to figure that out. Screencast keys. I got turned... Wait, no. There's 2 versions of them. That's interesting. Let's turn that one on. Is there a difference? Screencast key. Yep. Turn that on. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It's broken. Neat. Well, let's turn that one off. Obviously, that's broken. Well, it looks like screencast keys is completely out of date or straight up doesn't work anymore. Huh. Is there a new version? 1 second, let me see. New version? 2.8. Recently updated to 2.93. Is this one? Release page 3.5. Blender, okay, compatible. Yeah, let's see if I can download this one. Alright, swoop, nope. Alright, it'd be add-ons. Let's just get rid of this version of screencast keys. Paste that in there. Alright. Let's see if that works now. One of these is going to be it. Not that one. Yep, still broken. Well, I guess we're not using screencast keys. Oh well. Just have to take my word on what I'm saying when I say it. Alright. So what we need to do here is we need to turn this plane here into a physics object with collisions. So we're going to go into that's the particle system setup. There we go. We're going to set a rigid body. And we're going to change that to a passive, which means that whenever we hit play, nothing happens. It's a passive object that isn't influenced by the span of time. Hey, how you doing, Google Diskis? Hey, how you doing? I haven't streamed in a while. I don't know if you've seen my previous streams. Alright, so in comparison, if we have a rigid body that is active, it will be influenced by the frame as such. Also, rigid body world. Okay. Is there an end? Does it end after a certain amount of time? Yes, it does. It does end after a certain amount of time. So we would have to do something? How would you fix that? It's probably like in lines with this. And dynamics. Settings, animated, dynamic, shape, surface, sensitivity, collections. Where would that be? It's been a while since I've even touched. That's collection, okay. World, what? Late night sickly, yep. Check out your streams on YouTube all the time. Ah, thank you. Okay, so I removed the rigid body on that. Oh, and I removed the rigid body on this as well. Whoops, that's not liquid. There we go. Back to that again. Now, how do I set this to not... As of right now, it stops. Like the simulation ends after this point, so I could move the thing and the simulation's over. So I gotta figure that out. Set animated? No, that wouldn't be it. Modifiers. Would it be output properties? No. Render properties? Maybe. Layers, no. Scene properties. It's probably scene properties somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. So we can affect how much we want it to be. If we wanted to, we can have it simulate for however long that would be in frames. That's probably like 100-some plus seconds, I think. 24 frames a second divided by that. It's close to... wait, no, that'd be close to 1,000 seconds, wouldn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we have that set up, although we don't need to worry about that. Set that to that. There we go. We'll set that to that. Alright. Alright, there's also something that can be done like this. Let's say we get a cube. Oop, don't do that there. There we go. There's some things that we can do with physics. And this is going to be kind of the genesis of what I'm going to work on here in a second. So we select this right there and that right there. And if we add an empty like that, and these, okay, that's a rigid body. That's a rigid body. We set this, and we give it a rigid body constraint. Right, we can select this object, that object, and then this should act as a hinge, I believe. I believe it's working. It'd probably be helpful if one of them was bent. Okay, it does work, but it's not a hinge. It's not. It's just like a weld. If we're going on any more shorts like Prismatic Castle coming out in the future, I wanted to make something. I was even talking about this in the Discord a while, like just today or like with other people. I do want to do something along those lines where it would be some like an actual animated short. It's just that I don't have any ideas. That, and I'm busy doing other things where I'm learning to drive for one, so I'm gonna be taking at least a couple hours out of ideas out of the day to do that. Another thing that I'm doing is I have a job that video is flooded with concepts and ideas. Yeah, but I'm a perfectionist, and I want the ideas and concepts to be just fucking perfect. Learning to drive is Pog. Yep. All right. So let's try a point. What kind of joint is a? What kind of constraint is a point? What does that do? Ah, it's like a free ball hinge. It's like a ballpoint hinge. Now. Where would I? Let's put that right there. There we go. Yeah, see? So we have like a ball hinge of some sort. Let's see what else we got. I would imagine a hinge would just operate on, okay, operates on a specific angle. What angle is that? Seems to just spin. Probably has something to do with the actual angle of the empty that I provided. Show the axes. There we go. So it said the z-axis, so if I rotate it 90 degrees or something like that. Ah, there it is. Oh god, well, Godspeed. Right. Okay, so that's how that works. That works on that's a hinge, and it works on that. Let's see here. What else do we got? There we go. That's a constraint. Slider. What does that do? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what the limit on that is. Let me. Okay, let's select all those. We'll just move that maybe right here, and let's just like reset that. Actually, no, that was stupid to reset. Okay. It's bound to some axes, and I'm not sure exactly what that is or how that works. Linear. That's breakable, you can do that. Limits. The z-axis? Is that what it is? Ah. Okay, so I think... So, okay, if let's rotate like that. So that should... Okay. if I take this and make this passive, yeah, it slides along the z-axis. That's exactly what happens. All right, interesting. All right, what else? Piston. Ah, fucking brilliant. Crashed. Jesus. Unexpecting that. Alright. What the shit? Give me that back. Right, let's try the piston again. Is the piston supposed to be animated? How does the piston work? I mean, if the piston like confuses me too much, what I'll probably end up doing is just looking it up on the documentation and seeing what that means. It has a lot of interesting range. I'm not sure what the deal with that is. Let me actually get the documentation here. Blender. Rigid body constraints. Alright. It is a piston constraint. The piston permits translation on the x-axis of the constraint object. It also allows rotation around the z-axis of the constraint object. It is a little like a combination of the freedoms of a slider with the freedoms of a hinge, neither of which are very free alone. Alright. Go back. We'll just minimize that. There we go. What else do we got? Generic. Yeah, this is the one that this one's kind of like that, it's kind of like that point one that we had just a while back, I imagine. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem to do much as of right now, but that's because we actually get to define how this actually works. So I'm assuming linear means we don't like this is how it would move, how much leeway is granted with the actual constraint. So with this, it is granted 1 meter's worth of movement. So let's rotate that this way. Yeah, see? So it gets 1 meter before it gets yanked by the inertia.
You take a big sip of your dusty.
Wait, shit. How's that thing go? Okay, I'm looking like way off to the right, and it's really stilted by my monitor.
You take a big sip of your trusty Volt 13 canteen.
I haven't done that voice in a while. Jeez, I'm rusty. I'm crusty, man.
Ah, yes, it's me, Mark Zuckerberg. I am human. I am human too.
Okay, so if I set all of these to 0, then it should... wait, what? Hey! None of those are 0. There we go. So if we set that all to 0, it should act like a point, yeah. Of course, I also have disabled collisions turned off, so that way it, doesn't collide with itself. I wanted to do that, just for now. Also, we can make it breakable to a point where if enough force is applied to the hinge, if say, how would I do this? Maybe I can set this right here. We'll give him a rigid body, passive, animated. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use him to break this chain, maybe. So that. Let's move him right there. Yeah, so you can see that with enough force, you can break the you can break the constraint of that. You can break the force of the constraint. Yeah. So shit like this is so much fun. Okay. So this is the crux, the meat and potatoes of what I would be using. Generic is basically a Build-A-Bear workshop. You just make whatever you want out of them. Generic spring. Huh. Oh, I bet that it just has like a little bit more... What's it now? It has a little bit more... It has... If I just toggle these, this should... No, I probably actually have to give this some leeway. So, 0.1? I don't know how much that is, really. Point... Yeah, 0.2, maybe. I don't really know how to use springs so much. Maybe. That was enough to break the... Oh shit, don't... I set the breakable threshold to 0 so it breaks instantaneously. Oh, sweet Christ. I made a fucking Beyblade, look at that. That's great. Brilliant. So that's the generic spring and the motor, which I would imagine cause things to spin if yeah. Wait. Target. How does this work? Alright. Max impulse. Maximum linear motor impulse. Well, obviously gotta crank this motherfucker up. These are rookie numbers. I think it's probably torque. It's probably one of that though. Ah, nice. Look at it go. Now I've actually made a Beyblade. Let's look at the documentation. I failed to do that for the generic spring. I'll look into the motor. Motor constraint causes a translation or rotation between two entities. It can drive two objects apart or together. It can drive a simple rotation or a rotation and translation, although it will not be constrained like a screw, since the translation can be blocked by other physics without preventing rotation. The rotation axis is the z-axis of the object, hosting the constraint. This is in contrast with the hinge, which uses the z-axis. Since the motor is vulnerable to confusing perturbations without a matching hinge constraint, special care must be taken to align the axes. Without proper alignment, the motor will appear to have no effect because the hinge is preventing the motion of the motor. Whom I speak. Also, I hope you can't hear my fan on me at the moment. I have a fan on me, just for my personal comfort. The generic spring constraint adds some spring parameters to the X, Y, and Z axes to all options available to the generic constraint. Since the spring alone allows the object to bounce around as if attached with springs anchored on the constraining object. This is usually a little too much freedom. So most applications will benefit from enabling translation or rotation constraints. If the dampening of the springs is set to 1, the spring forces are prevented from realigning the anchor points, leading to a strange behavior. If your springs are acting weird, check the damping. Now, it's probably, I think the damping was set to 1, so it was probably going batshit. Right. So, fact of the matter is, back to this, we went through all the constraint types, but at the end of the day, the meat and potatoes of what I'm wanting to do involves the generic type. So this is what we're going to be using to build ragdolls. And we're going to see if I can make that work and apply it to this basic rig fella that I always have as my default character now. So we'll just put him back, and we'll just delete that. Alright, so in this default startup, I always have a armature. Let's just load a basic human meta rig. And then to change this, we'll set this to the adult male. So that will, oopsies, that's the wrong type. Adult male, there it is. And we'll set this to be in front. There we go. Like this and that. Right. Thing with this is it's going to be a little bit too complex for my needs. So why don't I'm going to do some editing. I'm just going to delete these bones. Let's dissolve that. Dissolve that. Dissolve that. Man, those aren't really going to do anything if it's a ragdoll. And then we'll delete these, because these are just sort of things for Rigify to determine where the ankles go and whatnot. We'll just dissolve that for the feet. Just simple, basic boy thing. Alright. Oh. He's hidden. There he is. Alright, we're going to go here and set this. That X-ray? That's X-ray. Doesn't want to look like it. Oh, it's because I'm in pose mode. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to make a bunch of basic things to use for a rigid body. So I'm going to use capsules, which is basically just spheres at the end of 2 cylinders. I'm just going to do this. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. We'll just do 6 by 4. There we go. Let's smooth. Well, smoothing faces don't do dick. That's only for pretty thing. That's only to make it pretty. All right. Let's separate that and move it up. Oop! Don't do that. Whoa. What have I done? Screw? Okay, don't screw the capsule. Okay. Alright, so what we are going to be doing, we're going to move, since this is a rigid body object, the origin needs to actually be at the center of mass, which would be, well, there's an easy button to do that I have favored called Origin to Center of Mass. I believe it's right here. Where is it? Set Origin, Center of Mass Volume. Yeah, that's what I got. So what I'm going to start doing, let's do this. We're going to move that there. And we're going to try to shape this up to be in line with the bone. Something along the lines of that. And we're just going to copy that, put that there. For the torso, I think I'm just going to use a cube. And now we're down to the foot. Oop. Yeah. I do also want the collisions to be relatively correct. There we go. Here. And we'll just make a cube. That's not a cube. Cube, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Center to origin mass. All right, let's get. Damn it, I did it again. Cube. That's how I didn't do it at all. There we go, that's good. Okay. Origin mass. Duplicate that, we'll move that up. Move that to the torso. Ooh. Let's just symmetrize this. Positive. Oh. There we go, that's good. Suppose I could. Just for the sake of better collisions. There we go. Nice. Alright. Now, to do the arms, well... I'll do the neck. Huh. Considering the arms are the way that they are, I could probably just... Ooh. Damn it. Are pretty damn simple, so... You can duplicate them, separate them. Yeah. Simple enough. As well. Hide. basic boy here. Okay, we're gonna start to break these up now. Separate that. Separate that. Okay. We're gonna hide the armature. Ooh. Origin. Set that to 30 cursor. Oop. Mirrored across the. There we go. Let's hide that again. No. Yeah, we'll just duplicate that, separate it. And let's simplify this a bit more. Oh, we didn't have, there we go, the vertices are merged now. Our mass volume. Across the x-axis, and this here should be the ragdoll. This should work. Well, not yet. You'll see. I can't edit those all at once because they have the camera access. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is there anything else selected? I don't think so. Maybe it's too many objects to be edited at once. Well, there we go. Alright. Let's unhide everything. Right, so I'm gonna try to add a rigid bind to all of these. Apply transforms, add passive, add active. I'm being prevented by that. Okay, so I can do it with that one. But one of them is an imposter, it would seem. There it is. Okay. So let's watch our masterpiece here. See what happens. Hold up. Oh, wait, are these? No. Huh. I figured this would have had a. I would have figured this would have had a armature rate modifier on it. I guess not, but I'm curious as to what's happening with it now. Oh, that's what's happening. It crashed. Nice. Yeah, I have never played Among Us, so no idea. Recover, autosave. Nice. Alright, let's take all of these things here and then put them into a rigid body thing. There we go, ragdoll. So all of these are their own thing, and just we'll turn everything else off. Alright, apply the location. Whoop, that was dumb. Rotation, scale. Seems having recalculate outside. There we go. That's still a problem. Remove rigid body. There we go. Let's start slowly this time. Rigid body. Does that work? Okay. Pops right off. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm imagining. Wait. Oh. I think I just had a fucking brain blast as to what's happening. Right. This fella. He has a rigid body on him. We'll turn that off and we'll just move him right over there. Right. That was probably what was going on. That was... Alright. So if we do that, head just falls to the floor, just rolls around. Nice. So we're going to add an active rigid body to all of them, and we can just bloop. Nice. Here's a fun one. Let's play it backwards. What's this? Is it oh, jump to keyframe. Don't need that. Nice. Right. Here's where we're gonna make the. Here's how we're gonna make the ragdolliness of the ragdoll. Actually, let me save this project as well. Oop, don't do that. Base meshes. Yeah, we'll do ragdoll, just in case I decide I ever need another one. Alright, so it'd be models, right? Anything in there? It seems to be empty, actually. My shit's never organized, huh? Oh well. We just need the armature. Where is that at? Meta rig. Nice. I'll pull that into the ragdoll thing just for now, and just move you to the models, because that's what you are. Everything else, just turn it off. There we go. So everything just pops and falls apart, but what we need to do is we need to place empties at every point where there would be a joint. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see here now. Right. Did I just make it empty? No, I have my thing on that. Add a sphere. Make these in front as well. I like that. Okay. So let's get all these set up. We don't need one there. just duplicate. Do that there. That. Oh, I guess I didn't move it. Whoopsies. Oh. Come on. Oh, you're being a twat now. We're just gonna hide that bone now. This bone used to go a little bit further back to the head like that. I think it did. Okay, that's neat. Nice. And it will not let me. I can do that, but that's not working. There it is. Okay. This can save time. Duplicate that. What? I doubt that I could like snap it to the vertices of the actual armature. We'll try it though. Oh, neat. Well, worth it. It was worth a shot then, huh? It's gonna speed things up. Nice. Alright. Just for expedience sake then, let's try renaming them. Not that I'm measuring. Oh, that's not needed. Alright. Alright, that'll be our prefix. Actually, we don't need to do that yet. We'll just have a prefix in mind. We'll just do head. Hide them. Actually, just turn off selection. Don't need to worry about it now. Neck. Torso. Thigh dot. That's it. Nope, that's his right. Thigh dot. Be gone, sight. I accidentally typed in the wrong word. Alright, check this. That's calf dot L. So this should be fun. Move these to the ragdoll constraints. I'll move them inside of. What's it now? Where'd it get? I'll move it inside that that collection when I'm done. That's calf. Okay. Foot.L. I don't know. Foot.R. Alright. Is that a comma? think it was. Jesus. Spaced out. Oh yeah, all of these add empty, no. Toggle maximize area? What? No, I want to be able to show the axes on these. Oh. Oh, why is it so works? I'm disappointed at how big that those are. I do not want them to be that big at all. So why is that animatable? There's no reason for that to be animated at all. Okay, well, we know all these are the same, so we don't really need to worry about trying to figure out which axis is what. Z-axis, Y-axis, yeah, okay. All that's the same. Bicep.L. I don't know why I'm naming them after muscles. I guess I just don't want to name them after bones. And I'm going with names as simple as hand.L, but fuck it. Whoopsies. Also, to bring up this naming thing, I'm pressing F12 to quickly rename things. Okay, just making sure. And okay, now that we have all those, let me do a batch rename. Add a curve meshes and as objects selected, set name, prefix, and that should make them all ragdolls. Yep, all should be named ragdoll just for naming convention's sake. Let's drag that into the ragdoll thing. Nice. And here's where we're gonna start adding constraints. So this is a body constraint. We'll select the I suppose we could name these, huh? There's no E in abdomen. L. Hide that. Bicep.L. Here's what I'm going to try. Let me see if I can do this. If I take this and mirror it across the x-axis, I can mirror it. Wait. Flip. Object. Okay, parent, collection, shade smooth animation, quick effect. Nope. Convert, delete global version. Oh. Nope. Well, I suppose it makes it easier. I just delete and hit R. Yeah, I'll just do that. Alright, let's bring these back. And we can actually do this now. So select this. Select the abdomen, thigh. I should have gave all of them the. Should have gave all of them. Well, okay, that's an idea. No. Is there a way to like not create? Select. Select Shift G. Select collection. Huh? Select grouped collection. Ragdoll constraints? Oh, okay. I just didn't follow through with it. Okay. Alright. Control C. Copy object constraints. Wait, no. Those aren't copy. My bad. Would it be modifiers? Is this considered a modifier? Doubt it. No, it's not. Okay, Control C. Okay, copy objects, location, rotation, scale, copy time offset, dupli, object color, object constraints, pass index, modifiers, vertex weight, group links, selected modifiers. Maybe it's constraints. Maybe I did it wrong. Good night, gonna hit the hay. Alright, good night. Control C. Let's try selected constraints. Nope. There's no fucking easy way to do it, huh? Fuck me in the ass. Alright, we'll select the abdomen and the thigh. Gonna do that for all of them. What I might do, I might just say fuck it. Take this as the main one and just overwrite all of them again. It's like, because that's a pain in the dick. And this needs to be set to set that to 0. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. I can deal with renaming as long as I don't have to go through and tweak and fuck with all this again. So we'll just we'll just hide that. Bring back the meta rig. Hide that, take this, invert that selection, delete everything. Whoopsie doodle. Well, no choice. Shift G, collection, ragdoll. Hide, bring that meta rig back. And get rid of the ground. For the sake of that, we'll just delete that. Well, yeah, I don't know if it might crash something. We'll leave it empty for now. that one? Oh, that one has an unneeded duplicate. Oh, that was that. That was the one that was. Okay. Right, torso. Neck. Head. Okay. Bicep dot L. Tricep dot L. There we go. Mess that one up. Foot dot L. There we go. Whoop. Take all of these, duplicate me across the x-axis. Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to have a name flip function, which is frustrating. It does have that for armatures when you're editing them, but other than that, no. Alright, bring everything back. Alright, we'll select the abdomen, then we'll select the... not the meta-rig. The meta-rig needs to go away. And then the thigh. Alright, we'll select the thigh, then the calf. Then we'll select the calf and the foot. And this is basically going to be the premise of everything that we're going to be doing for the next minute or so. Just hooking everything up manually. Thigh, calf, then the calf and the foot. Alright. Then we'll do the abdomen and the chest. I'm sort of setting that in somewhat hierarchical order. So chest, then the neck, and then the neck and the head. Okay. Chest, then the bicep. Oh man. Bicep. Then that. Then that. And that. Yeah, you can see why people get paid to do simulation stuff. This stuff is a pain in the dick. Of course, they probably have more automated systems. But as of right now, we don't have that. Alright. Everything should be set up. And it's about to get fucky because this thing isn't programmed to do much of anything. Let's save real quick. There we go. Let's save this ragdoll. We can bring back the rigid body world, and let's see what's about to happen. We have our crash test dummy. Let's hit play and see what happens. Well, he definitely moves. I think these things are flipping inside out. Hold on. Turn off the constraints here. These are being acted as the same as those, which are on the opposite end of the body. Yeah. these things' scales are entirely different. So the are gonna have to be, here we go. Have to meet the same scale and then do that. Now that's a good damn fucking ragdoll right there. However, the feet seem to just go straight through the floor. That's weird. I don't know why they're going straight through the floor. Bring that back. Yeah, they just right through the floor. And we can just give it a box. That should solve the problem. Perfect. Excellent. That's a good damn ragdoll. Alright, let's tweak these to actually, bend like they should bend. Okay. So, as of right now, the rotations are at 0, 0. Trying to think about the ways that your feet bend now, so they can bend. Stand up real quick. Bend down. They don't really bend up so much. Maybe you can maybe a degree or two. And that would or should be on the z-axis. All right. So the question is which way is 0 on that? And the y-axis would be rolling, and we'll set that to like -10 and 10. Yeah. And the z-axis would be back and forth. Yeah. I would say make that -20 and 20. And let's see here. Which we don't know which way is what. Okay. If we set this give me this. Okay. So if we rotate that this way, this is the negative direction. That's negative. Okay. That's what I figured. That's what I thought. I didn't know entirely for sure. So let's say -5 and that is 60 degrees. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. I love it when that happens. It's great. Alright, can I get an auto recover of that? How far back does that go? Right. -10, 10. That was 20 and -20. Bruh. There we go. So we'll set that to -5 and 60. There we go. Let's save now. What if I control L? Copy modifier. What would link object data do? Not really anything, huh? Control L, link modifiers. Nothing. -5, 60, -10, 10, -20, 20. There we go. Save, play. maybe this is swapped around. Because it seems to be bending way more than it should. Okay, definitely bend way more than 5 degrees. 20 degrees. Alright, here we go. Herp. Nice. Okay. Let's go to this. So these, they don't bend on these axes. Your knees don't bend that way. Right. So I have to figure out which way is, well, maybe 5. Okay, so that is indeed. So it bending this way is positive Z. That way is negative Z. Got it. We'll do that over here. Make that 5. And then here, I'm going to make this 100 degrees, maybe? Whoop, negative 100. That's what it has to be. Because it's more than just 90 degrees. It's gonna be way more than 90 degrees. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah, we'll make that negative 120. How's that sound? Hold on, what happened to his feet there? So he drops down and just sort of slides. Okay. And we'll set these to be 120 as well. Probably go more than that. It could probably be 140. Pretty flexible. So it's animated. Oh, this is brilliant. I love this. Goodbye. No shit, put that back. Yeah, these should probably have a lot more friction. Probably like 90. Okay. We have to figure out. It's probably realistic in terms of rotation. What if we set him? Let's just set this to passive for now. Huh. Fair enough. Set animated. Oh, that's not good. Fuck! Ow! I'm just trying to figure it out. Well. Okay, open, cover, autosave, there you go. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's happening? Up. There we go, fixed it, nice. Neck and head's probably pretty good. Yeah, neck and head is pretty solid. I don't know if the spine's that good. I don't think. Well, I think you can probably bend a bit more in the negative. Maybe make that negative 60. You can probably bend forward a bit more, unless I made that go in the opposite direction. That's probably a bit too much. Negative 100. There you go. This crumpled. Can I sit like that? Can I get my legs to do that? 1 second. That needs to be. Yes. I don't think that's feasible, fam. At least not for me. Okay, so I'll be able to rotate my leg this way on 90 degrees, but that way? I'm close to 0.5. Yeah. Okay, so this. Which way would that be? Let's divide that by 2. Right. Okay, that didn't seem to affect that at all. Let's try this. Now that's where it's at. Now, since this is on the opposite side, it's probably this one that needs to be divided by 2. Is that correct? I don't think it was. Alright, let's just take that and divide that by 2. Ah, shit, this isn't animated. Save that again. Give them some airtime. Kind of snapping too, that's a problem. Give him the Seth MacFarlane ball pose. Oh no, he got his hands stuck in the floor. Threw him off. Make some floors for him to fall down, some stairs to fall down here in a bit. Ah! No, okay. Now the arms, these need to be dealt with. Okay, which axes? No, it's the Z-axis. Well, right, we're gonna need to see these axes. So the Y-axis, probably about 90 on both degrees for this. So negative 90 and 90 on that. So it should be able to like directly up and directly down. Copy that over here. Yeah, it says arms. Oh, it's so good. Okay. So if we're going off of local rotation, then these shouldn't rotate on the y-axis at all, because your elbows don't bend that way, son. Like, they don't bend. They wouldn't, if I were to place that there. It wouldn't bend that way. That's wrong. It would bend this way. So, yeah. And we don't want them rolling on the z-axis, on the x-axis. So that's going to be set to 0 as well. And based on where they're at the moment, okay, I'm gonna assume that's the direction that needs to go. I'm gonna set that to 0 for now. That wasn't helpful. Save, set this to passive for a second. I'm gonna need a probe. I'm gonna need a monkey. Okay. Let's scale that down. We'll make that a rigid body. Monkey flip. Oh no, it fell. Okay. There we go. Just prodded his arms for a second. Not doing anything. Oh, I think it said to animate, yeah. Well, let's set this to be 120. Which way is his elbow bending? Don't know. Bending the right way. I don't think it is. I don't think that it is. So let's swap that. So his elbow should bend. Well, probably helps that this doesn't help them. Well, here's the idea. Okay. Take this, make that passive. Now it should bend in there. Oh yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. It bends in the precise right direction. And let's give that -5, just that way it can bend just a little bit more straight now. All right. Of course, we need to do this. Okay, we have up and down like that. That's good. Shouldn't really. Okay, so from here. No, how much can I spend? There. The x-axis, spin left and right. Z-axis. Okay, so Z-axis is spinning this way. So I should probably set this to maybe -10. Set this to 120, maybe? Alright, set this back to active. I wonder if there's any way to give any dampening on the, well, like on any specific axes, maybe. Other than that, I think it's working pretty good. I'm just going to copy these to the other one. So, -45, -45. Do that over here as well. This was -10, and this was 120. Oh, I don't think the elbow is working the same over here. I have to copy that over to that one. Nope. So, oh, whoopsies. So, we're going to limit all of these to the 0 axes of that. This one is what, -5? Is that what that was? And then this one was 120. Alright. set that passive. Whoop, passive. Excellent. There we go. Just making sure they have it correct. Select active. This. Now, I'm pretty sure that your wrist doesn't really roll. I can't really, like at that joint, can't turn my wrist. So the z-axis is going to be set to 0. That's what we're gonna do. 0. And then the y-axis, we'll probably set them close to like 90 degrees. I think I can bend my wrist down 90 degrees. My wrist up, kind of close to 90 degrees. So we'll just go negative 85 and 90. And then based on the z-axis, we'll just go negative 20 and 20. Negative 5 and 90. Negative 20. Negative 20. Lots of twitching going on there. Right. Let's think about this. I think that's pretty fine, frankly. So if we just move that over there, let's set this back to active. What the fuck is happening with that? Break it. Not baking? What's going on with that? I'm just gonna remove the rigid body and just try again. Ah! Blender. Why? Okay, did it? Save. Huh. Ah, by removing the that must have destroyed the thing, but that's interesting. And that reminds me of endorphins, the endorphin engine way too much. Okay, so this gotta go with the chest. The chest and the neck. There we go. So with that should fill up everything, and nice. I think the hands are glitching somehow. Let's replace them with a box collider. It's probably for the best. I think his spine is bending too much in the back. I don't know. That don't seem right. Don't seem right. Oh yeah, we also didn't really adjust for the spine at the moment. I think I can spin my back at 45 degrees, left and right, z-axis. That's what that would be. Let's set that to 20. There's some glitchiness still. it may be having something to do with not enough step iterations, maybe? Speed. Number of stimulation steps per frame, more accurate but slower. What would happen if we doubled that? Would that be much of a problem? Nah, that's much better. Ugh. I think I'm gonna have to reduce the constraints of the head and neck by half, because that's just, what the hell? I only want to divide it by half. I didn't want to. There we go. I guess I can't do that. I was trying to control click to select multiple versions of them at once. Excuse me? Why is he having a fit? It's the hands. The hands are causing some kind of problem. Enabled, yes. Oh, I could have him like lose limbs and shit if I wanted to. That's neat. Solver iterations. Let's up that to 20 as well. I don't know what that'll do, but it solved it, whatever it was. That's good. I have an idea. Let's put him in a tornado. Let's see here. Force field. Vortex. Let's see what happens. Strength. Okay, too much strength. Wind factor. Yeah, give me. Direction. Both see. Power? What does this do? Fall off. Okay, that's like how close you have to be for it to actually do anything. It's like it like pulls you in. Absorption? What does that do? I'll have to pause it to read anything. Force gets absorbed by collision objects. Yeah, I'll turn that on. Inflow. Hold on. Inward components to the vortex. Yeah, I guess turn that on. Does stuff, that's sure. Void, turbulence, drag, fluid flow. Try wind. Go. What? Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh, it's probably like the floor. The floor's probably blocking it or something. Oh, it's also probably like really heavy. Yeah, see, it's working. Just, you know. What's flow do? Converts effects or force into airflow velocity. Yeah, so you gotta zoom. You gotta have that a lot of oomph to get it to do anything. Alright, why don't we turn these into stairs? Why don't we do an old classic on the in the physics simulator stuff. Let's turn on increments. Grid. Let's see here. Turn on units. Make that none just for now. Subdivision 0. If I could. And then the 2. Wait, nope. Right, 2 again. There we go. Nice. All right. All right, so we are gonna have to animate the strength of this thing, otherwise it's going to be too much. It's gonna blow them off. Right. All right, here is where we're gonna make it 0. Well, make that constant. It has to be a constant interpolation. Constant. There we go. So right there, 0.0 instantly. Ah, and here's another issue. As of right now, he just slides down it like a slide. This needs to be set to mesh. There we go. So then it will treat it exactly as it is displayed and written, as it were. All right. Oh, I love this so much. All right, why don't we extend this even more? There we go. There we go. There's the bottom. And we can even expand it out like that. Okay. Zoop. So it looks like we have a ragdoll. Right. Wonder if we would. If there's any way to, well, weight him any differently. I should probably swap back to the actual weighting system, back to imperial. Nope, not imperial, metric. I was using metric. So if I select this, back to this, yeah, that's 1 kilogram. And I'm pretty sure a kilogram ain't that much in terms of weight. Kilograms to pounds. Yeah, it's about 2 pounds. So this guy weighs about, based on every one of the segments, which there are, what now? How many is that? Object 17. So that's what? 30. Okay, it's 20 pounds plus 14. 34 pounds? Yeah, he weighs 34 pounds. So. Right. these to be 20. That's close to 40, 80, right? Average American weighs 200, but I weigh 180, so about 80 pounds right there. We'll leave the neck be about 1. It's 2 pounds short. We'll make this 5. That could be 1 kilogram. So that's what? 20 pounds an arm? No idea what that, if that would be accurate or not. Could go like 2 for the forearms. Alright. So this is 3 maybe. Of course, because of that, the wind wouldn't really do much. Except it would, the wind would definitely affect the hands, considering how light they are, and the legs. So let's set them to 7. I think 7 might do. 5. Let's distribute the weight out a bit more. Hands going apeshit is befuddling. I don't know what that is. It's collision of some sort, obviously. That's what's happening, but what exactly is happening? I don't know. It may be maybe that. Yeah. It's probably some kind of like a bug with animation where it's like detecting that it's moving and it's just reacting too hard. So, okay, if I delete the wind, yeah, that's why. Okay, so. So, hand touches the back of the ankle, and just points, ricochets instantaneously at like a terminal velocity. No idea what that's about. I suppose I could try upping the. If I reduced the speed, it would also probably make it more accurate, wouldn't it? Let's try that. So it'd go slower. Not strictly more accurate, though, huh? Let's play that back even slower, see what's going on. Yeah, the hands losing their mind. Why? Would it help if I made those a box collider as well? Capsule collider. Not really a capsule one, is it? I doubt this is gonna fix it, frankly. Maybe. Well, let's get that wind back now, shall we? Let's see here. Force field. Charge. Not sure how that would work or what that would do. Anyway. That was a sweet breakdance move. Look at that. Whoosh. Yeah. It's just dumb sometimes. I'll probably look further into actual what causes these kinds of things to happen. But yeah. Disable collisions? No. Yeah, you should definitely have disabled collisions. We don't want it being fucky ducky with the wrist because it's also colliding with it. It's having enough problems already. Oh, most of that I moved the chest itself. Well, it eventually got down there. Nice. All right. So after a little bit of effort, I managed to get it to actually push him. There you go. Constant. Ah, nuts. Spazzes out. God damn it. Let's see what else I can do. Fix something or other. Cut your outsides. Alright, rotation and scale. Now. Delete that. Let's delete all bigs. But yeah, something about this causes it to just spasm like wild. Look at him go. I don't know if giving this any. I don't know if giving the hands weight would make a difference. It'd probably make it worse. Dynamic man actively participates in the simulation. Yes, it does. Okay, let's give it 3 kilograms. Well, 3 kilograms. See what happens. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Let's take these back down to 10. Not good. It seems this is significantly powerful with lower iterations for some reason. So let's set that down to like 1,000. I still didn't set it right. Okay. 1,000 wasn't enough. Not 10,000. Oh, what the hell? Was I at like 300,000? Is that what I was at? Maybe that's what my problem was. Nice job, Hands. Yeah, go at it. Yeah. I can override. Or does it take more? I don't know. I don't know if that would fix it or not. I'm gonna have to research into that more. All right. Swap these back to convex hull. There we go. Nope, the hands seem to still lose it. I hate it. Let's turn it over. Oh. Well, it seems somewhat decent. Very least. At least a first attempt and dip into ragdoll physics into this. Okay, see that right there? Hold on. Yeah, nice. Cool moves. Nice. Right. Anyway, I think I'm gonna be done for a while now, since I actually got the ragdoll moving now. And I think I'm gonna be done for a while. The thighs, still wrong. That's that probably isn't possible. But I can play with it some other time. Play with it enough at the moment. So with that, I think I'm gonna go now. And to mention it's going on 2:30 in the morning. So I will see everyone else later. Goodbye.